So I'm looking at this tweet where someone named the JD800 appears to have tweeted out a portion of the podcast that ContraPoints did with Sargon earlier. It's up on the Thinkery if you guys haven't seen it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip here. I'm going to spice it into the video. But it's amazing to me what people take from just a little snippet.
Honestly, I think calling them fascists is giving them more credit than they deserve. The fascists have kind of a cool factor about them, and I hate to say it, but they kind of do. The Nazis look good in their uniforms. There's no getting around that. They were successful. The huge process. Hey, I can see why people are attracted to that kind of thing. It is kind of cool, especially if you've got a bunch of like blue-haired hipsters telling you, "Oh, that's not cool." For young men, I can see an appeal.
Okay, so there was nothing really wrong with what Sargon said just then. Now, I'm looking through what the tweets in response to this are, and it's just people getting outraged about it. But there's nothing at all wrong with what he said. Yeah, the alt-right at the moment has a tiny bit of a cool factor to them. People are seeing them. They're seeing them be edgy and irreverent about their racism or whatever. And there is like a dark bad boy coolness sense to that some people are picking up on. There's nothing wrong with pointing that out. Someone here in the tweets lays the issue out correctly. 50s PSA films had greaser villains who joined gangs and did drugs. It was supposed to be an example of what not to do, but it caught on instead. The trouble with portraying a villain is that sometimes our kids side with the villains. To prevent this, you have to understand their appeal. Nail on the fucking head. This is the exact problem, and this is exactly what Sargon was talking about. So, and instead of anyone even thinking about what he said, even just giving the tiniest shred of thought to what was expressed, I get, oh, for fuck's sake, Sargon. Anyone who endorses Nazism because it's cool or edgy should immediately be fired into the fucking sun. Some idiot here who's tweeted out, cool factor, bro, showing old pictures of Nazism. Reminds me of those too edgy for me losers who fantasize about an apocalypse so they could become some lone survivor like in their video games. To be fair, I used to do that, so I can't really say much about it. I mean, look. All I'm saying is, the world would be 20% cooler if everyone died. Take care of global warming. But really, this is just what I never understand about these people. How can you not take an idea and just think about it? Just consider what's being expressed. It's just, oh, Sargon said the alt-right was cool. What the fuck? No, he's not saying that they are cool. He's saying that there is a kind of counterculture-ish appeal to them. You know, it's like when whatever idiot said that being a conservative is the new punk rock. No, it's not. But being alt-right is a lot closer to being the new punk rock than conservatism in general is. The striking difference between the two is that whereas there was nothing actually wrong with punk rock, there is something very wrong with white nationalism. This is a good one. For fuck's sake, Sargon makes fascism sound like it's the next ice bucket challenge or something. And you see, the problem is that it's these kind of social justice minded people that are making the alt-right appear to be the bad boys. Because they're not just treating them objectively and saying, look, here's what's wrong with these alt-right ideas. They're wrong for this and this and this and this. They're treating them like they are bad boys. They're making them out to be some kind of villain. And then when you look at them, what are they doing? They're just posting memes around, shit posting, whatever. When you do this, and this is exactly what Sargon explained, when you have these blue-haired feminists going around pissing everyone off and saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then these people, for them, are public enemy number one, that does engender some kind of endearment toward them, you know? Just on that basis and that alone. And from there, once you add in the racialism, the whole social justice approach toward white people, it makes people more accepting of their ideas than they otherwise would be. And this is the problem that's being created, which is why I really, really, really appreciate ContraPoints for actually being the kind of person on the social justice side to go after their ideas and take them down on their merits. Or, well, on the lack thereof, I should say. But this really is just an issue that's endemic to social justice type people. You can't go around moralizing people because that doesn't work, you know? This is something I touched on very briefly when it came to the whole topic of veganism and the social contract. If I don't already have your moral system, your ethical system, you moralizing at me is meaningless. It has no value whatsoever. So then when you do that, you take this moral system that's counter to the primary demographic of people in a given area, like social justice is to the majority of people in the United States, you create a group they can identify with on the most basic level, in the sense that these people don't like you, I don't like these people, you are doing the things that these people condemn us for. Okay, we can get somewhere with this, you know? Even if they don't actually know what the alt-right believes in. It allows them to have a surface of just making jokes, just being funny, and then, you know, slowly but surely pushing out the white nationalist agenda. Just something to think about. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this one. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of style of video. I might do more of it. I'm not really much of one to ask for things, but if you find my videos informative, and you might want to support my channel going into the future, please consider pledging $1 over on Patreon. There's a link in the description. If that isn't your thing, then don't worry about it. Just remember to share my videos with people on all sides of an issue. Thank you.